Okay, I know I'm really late with this review, but as usual, introductions first. I am B-Train from Those Missouri Guys, and I'm here today to talk to you about World Wrestling Entertainment. As I always do, I don't talk about TNA or ECW or, well, I have mentioned the good old days of hardcore, but I figured I would pay tribute to Ryback by showing you guys maybe 5 or 10 seconds worth of his work on Monday Night Raw, since it was a feat of strength. But I figured instead of boring you guys, I would basically show you, like I said, a clip of Ryback, since he has proven to be a worthy opponent for Punk. So here you go. Okay, maybe that wasn't the clip I was looking for, but I'm pretty sure it's in my archive somewhere. Okay, that was 8 years ago. I'm wondering where this clip of... Oh, he's in here somewhere. I know I can find the clip of Ryback. Maybe if I just, look somewhere in my archives to find out where he is.
Yeah, God! Yes! Yes! Oh, no!
Why? Why did I have to stumble across that clip? And God only knows that is one of the most... Well, actually it's pretty funny, but... Anyways, as I was saying, what happened on Monday Night Raw was nothing of surprising, because I say this, in my opinion, what Vince is doing with this move right now, even before Hell in a Cell, showing off Ryback's power, they don't want to touch his streak. You've created a modern day Goldberg. And if, on radio, TV shows, and everything else are promoting this guy, that he's the guy for WWE. Vince, H, Stephanie, how you doing? Michael Hayes, Jim Ross, Michael Cole. I know that some of you have been on the creative writing staff. I understand that they want to come to you and basically say, hey, what can we do to amp up the storyline? And who's coming to these writers? Let's see. I don't think CM Punk needs help with creative direction. Maybe Ryback, because he's basically the fill-in for John right now, who just got, out of corrective surgery and all that mess. Aside from, all the jibber-jabber that I usually spout off to you guys, you're going to hear more. Alright, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I cannot and will not speak positively about Monday Night Raw. For the fact being that it had a lumberjack match, which really did nothing for me. Big Show chokeslam, Sheamus, big deal. None of the other lumberjacks ran over to interfere because they know they're going to get knocked out, or they know they're going to get their ass kicked by the Big Show. Honestly, I can't tell you how many times this company's had their back up against the wall and then basically just... Well, yeah, flopped. Kind of like that. Basically, what this company is lacking is the inability to do or think outside the box. Now, what will it take for World Wrestling Entertainment to get back on the map? As far, from a wrestling fan's perspective, my perspective, that it includes itself in mass media. That's great. The one guy that comes to mind, and congratulations to you, John, for making your milestone achievement at Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's great. But what, negating that fact right there is the fact that entertainment value on Monday Night Raw always seems to be missing. Sure, it had a lot of the locker room out there because they're trying to pull off a great show and entertain the fans, including myself. A lot of people have an idea of what entertainment is. A lot of people think that it comes in different forms and varieties. However, I basically...
Oh, God! Yes! Yes! Ow! Yes! Ow!
You know, minus that little sick interlude between Kane and Daniel Bryan, I'm pretty sure that World Wrestling Entertainment, when they thought of the idea of Ryback and CM Punk, they thought, oh yeah, this is the guy that's going to bring our company back. This is the guy that's going to get us a lot of views. Well, Vince, H, Stephanie, whoever's on the creative writing staff, you're not doing your job. And how? How are you not doing your job? Honestly, if anybody, whoa there, if anybody could come up with a storyline or anything from a creative standpoint to help out World Wrestling Entertainment, well, I know a few people that could help that out, but it's not about them, it's about helping the product out. What you're seeing right now is cheap imagery or revamping of WCW's storyline of Hulk Hogan and Goldberg. How is this humanly possible? And, you know, it got me to thinking. There are archives that can help Vince out with that. Old WCW clips that could help Vince out. Hell, he owns WCW. Why not take ideas from that old company? They're not, you know, he owns them. So why not steal from them? Or whatever the case may be. Vince, we've been through this before. I mean, you guys are World Wrestling Entertainment. You're supposed to be the mega titan of sports entertainment. You're supposed to be dominating Monday Night Football. You're supposed to be dominating whatever else that you're supposed to be dominating on the TV mountain. You're supposed to be at the top of that mountain. And now you're flailing, giving the idea that Ryback is supposed to be the new champion. I mean, that's, to me, in my opinion, I don't see that helping the company out. That's going to drown you. And the only way to pull you to safety, Vince, let's think about this one, shall we? The only way to pull your company out of the drowning stage is, I don't know, start implementing hardcore again. Not entirely all the time, but start, you know, bringing chairs, tables, kendo sticks, something to give this company life. I mean, honestly, quite frankly, I'm sure a lot of guys in the back don't want that. They don't want to go to Blades because it's been outlawed, you know, because your TV label is PG, and although I'm rambling, I still have valid points. I still think, no, that's not I think, I believe that this passing of the torch between, you know, John Cena and Ryback, there is no torch. What freaking torch are you guys thinking of? John Cena never had a torch to pass. He's been in the company for 10 years, and he's fucked up everything royally. Pardon my French. He's messed up everything royally for World Wrestling Entertainment as far as entertainment value. Promotion-wise, John's a really good guy for Make-A-Wish Foundation and, you know, various other variety charities that he fights to keep alive and support. That's a good thing. However, when it comes to being involved as a champion or a non-champion or whatever supportive role that they put him in now, which I agree with Punk, I think the role that he has now is pretty funny. Seeing as how, you know, he really doesn't give the company any juice that it needs other than just the name. I don't know, you guys. This is from my personal perspective as a wrestling fan. My thoughts on Raw was that I'm glad that they finally stopped the guys talking on the mic for 20 minutes until it got to the Punk and Cena segment. I mean, honestly, if you wanted to keep it flowing, you would have had John and CM Punk get in a brawl, but then later on Ryback comes out at the end of the night and basically handles his business and makes quick work of CM Punk, who then is seen exiting the ring with Paul Heyman. Okay, how many times have we seen this script? Or storyline for that matter. How many times have we seen that outcome? A lot. But you've got to give it flavor. You could have had guys brawling with each other. You could have guys throwing each other out of the ring into the audience, having guys go around the ring, back in, have complete and utter chaos. I know that you're itching to do this, Vince. But when? And not just, I know you don't run the company because Raw, that's your child. But now you have your son-in-law and Stephanie and everybody else helping you with this idea with Ryback and CM Punk. Saying, oh no, we can't write him this way. We can't write it that way. Ah no, that's an obvious finish right there. Really? Because I would rather have not an obvious outcome, but something unexpected to happen. Because that smile doesn't happen very often, even though it's a forced one. But you get what I'm saying. Because if you don't, well, let's see. What comes to mind if Ryback actually does become WWE Champion? From my opinion, I know a lot of people will debate me, and a lot of people that are Cena fans appreciate Ryback, which, let's see. What comes to mind if Ryback becomes WWE Champion? Let's think on that one, shall we? Let's see. What comes to mind if Ryback becomes WWE Champion? Let's think on that one, shall we? You know, that's true. It could be a flop. What happens if CM Punk remains WWE Champion? What storyline could you go with? I kind of like that idea. And me as a biased CM Punk fan will tell you, if he was to lead a group with the NWO, I think it'd be interesting to see who he would choose as the second and third member, or maybe even include an ensemble.